Okay, so we're going to talk about modeling the addition of integers. Now, of course, you could do this with technology in order to do that, but I want to show you visually what's happening so you can see what really happens when you're adding positives and negatives together. Now, in order to do that, we have to create what the model is going to be. So first of all, a circle with a plus in it, like that, plus. This is going to represent a positive, and a circle with a negative inside, this is going to represent a negative. So when we model something like this, we're either going to put plus or minus depending on if the number is positive or negative. So for example, let's say we want to model 4 plus 3. Well, to do that, we're going to start with 4 positives, and we're adding 3 positives. So this is the 4, and this is the 3. Now we want to see what this equals. Now, if I put this all together, what we get is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, we get 4 of these and 3 of those. These are all, put some pluses in here for each of those. So we have all that, and that equals 7. So I have 4 plus 3, and that's going to equal 7. And so that is going to be your answer. And that's how you'll show this by using modeling. Now let's do another one. Let's do negatives here. Okay, so we're going to start out with 4 negatives. That's negative 4. And now we're adding 3 negatives, negative 3. If we put all these together, we get 7 circles again because you're just adding those together. 4, 5, 6, 7. But all these this time are going to be negative. So that's going to give you, if you add that together, we have 7 negatives, which means that that represents negative 7. And that would be your answer for that one. Now let's do one where we have negatives and positives there. All right. Now, if I have negatives and positives, I have 4 negatives. And I'm adding 3. Now, instead of putting this all horizontally, I'm going to put the 3 underneath because what we want to do here is cancel these out. One thing to note about this is that if you have a positive and a negative, those add together to be a 0. So I could say that up here with that. If I have a plus and I have a minus together, that's going to add up to just a 0. Okay. So plus and a minus just gives you a 0. So when I have something like this, I'm going to just cancel these out by drawing these circles. Every time I have a plus and a minus pair, that goes away. Now, what I have left is a negative. Okay, so I've got negative 4 plus 3. That adds together to be just, there's one negative left, so that means it would be negative 1, and that's how you would do that. Now, if I want to model 4 plus negative 3, I would have, there's the 4 positive circles I've got, and I want to put the negative ones underneath like this. So then, again, if you have a plus and a minus, these I'm going to circle. That means that they're going to cancel out. Now I have one positive that's left, so I can say 4 plus negative 3. That's equal to a positive 1 because I only have one plus that's left over. Okay, so that would be my answer. 4 plus negative 3 is positive 1.